My name is Daenerys. I'm 11 years old. I was 8 years old when I was diagnosed with cancer.
Daenerys is an amazing young lady. She's just grown to be such a beautiful girl and such a beautiful spirit. Daenerys was going back to school for the first time since COVID. She ended up, as it turned out, only being in school for the first week. And it was actually at school where she first started to complain of a pain that she had in her neck. When we got to the emergency room, from that point on, we actually were there for another 2 weeks doing tests to see what was going on with her. I remember being in her room, doctors come in and say, we want to have a meeting with you. And it was just me. And there were about 10 doctors sitting at the table, sat down, they explained what was going on, the cells that they found. And it felt like a movie. Like it wasn't real. It's different to hear the words, we found cancer cells in your daughter's body. I felt numb, honestly. It turned out that after the series of tests that she was diagnosed with a fusion negative small round cell sarcoma. Daenerys ended up having about 6 rounds of chemotherapy, proton radiation, and surgery, multiple surgeries actually. There was a time during the holidays where Daenerys was very, very sick, and she was in the hospital for almost 2 months. She couldn't eat and she couldn't get out of the bed, medicated because she was in a lot of pain, and she almost didn't make it.
Surprising because I didn't think this would ever happen to me.
Our relationship with Friends of Karen began through our relationship with our social worker at Memorial Sloan Kettering. The first person that I spoke to from Friends of Karen was Rhonda, just very confident in the kind of support that she could give. I knew that I could call her at any time and she would listen. She was always encouraging, just very peaceful. One experience that I find was most impactful for Daenerys was her interactions with her art therapist, who is Jane. They met once a week and she was just so excited. And, Jane would not only help her do art activities, but she spoke with her and she asked how she was doing. And Daenerys had a place to speak about her experience with someone who could understand. That support from Friends of Karen and Jane in that way was just invaluable. It was amazing.
Put me over the banister so I could go downstairs because I was too scared to go.
Of the cat?
One of the things that stuck out to me the most in dealing with Friends of Karen is that when you speak to anyone, actually, everyone seems so closely linked. It really felt like we were talking to friends or family, had banded together to help us out. So when we express the financial need, Friends of Karen does all the resources and connections to meet our needs. Having, just feeling like we have people backing us, like we have people who are in our corner that want to see us be able to show up for Daenerys and want to see her get well, and kind of carry the burden that we had to carry. It was everything to us. Without Friends of Karen, I truly don't know how we would have made it through what we were dealing with. We had so much going on, but it was truly with Friends of Karen's support and resources that we were able to have a footing under us as Daenerys was getting her treatment, to not have to worry about how we were going to pay the next bill or how we were going to pay rent. We didn't have to focus on that, and we were able to be there right by Daenerys' side throughout the entirety of her treatment. What a difference it makes to have this tangible support at such a horrible time. feeling like your world is about to crumble, to feeling capable, empowered, and like you can survive this. Because in those times, the only thing that mattered was my baby Daenerys' well-being. And at the worst of times, when she got very sick, when she almost didn't make it, I was able to be right by her bedside for the whole 2 months while she pushed through. And now she's currently living cancer-free. Because of you, Daenerys got to have her mom's undivided attention and love throughout her journey. Thank you, Friends of Karen, for helping our family.